Transformers number 6. Okay, let's review this using my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. I'm going to give the storyline a 1.5. I've been loving this series. I think it's just been so awesome. I'm feeling, the only reason I'm not giving this a 2 out of 2 for story is that I'm feeling that they're kind of spending a lot of time in this little one area now. I feel like there should have been a bit more progression at this point. Other than that, I've still really enjoyed it a lot. I'll get to characters, but like, it's just been one massive battle, which, I mean, Transformers is a war, so they're having a war, right? You know, something happens with Sparkplug or Sparky, and I mean, I just feel like, I feel like some of these things now are becoming more, I don't know, I don't want to say they're shock value. It's more like, yeah, it's I don't think it's there. I think it's genuine, but a little bit of, oh, this is a shocking thing. I'm like, okay, because there was like, oh, Bumblebee's dead. Oh, Skywarp's dead. Oh, Jetfire's dead. Oh, Optimus Prime's got Megatron, like his arm comes off, he puts Megatron's arm on. It's like, okay. And then it's like, oh, now this character, now, and you're like, okay, it is a war. There's a lot of Transformers. They're not going to really run out of them. But some, you know, I'm feeling like, is this just a battle? It is a battle. So I do feel it's genuine in the sense that it's a battle. But it's starting to little bit just creep in of like, oh, okay, what's the next issue? Who's going to die in the next issue? Or who's going to get, you know, maimed or whatever. But it is a war, so I don't feel it's unjustified. So I'm still giving it a way above average for the storyline because I'm still super enjoying it. Pacing, well, that's a perfect score, 2 out of 2. This entire thing is just fighting. And I love the style of battles happening while story is happening amongst the battle. That always makes a comic fast-paced to me. And this has just been doing perfectly, so there you go. For the art, I'm going to give the art a 1.5 out of 2. The reason I'm not giving it a 2 out of 2, I actually like the art. It kind of fits Transformers. It does fit Transformers. There was a few times where I couldn't tell what was going on. And there, especially when Devastator, so this entire thing is just a battle with Devastator. There's a part here where like Optimus Prime, did he flip him, I guess? Is that what's going on? Yeah, it looks like he flipped him over. That was kind of interesting. Some of the faces are weird, like RC, some of her facial expressions, that's great. So still above average. I love it. And again, when I'm grading this, I'm grading it against what we have already from Transformers, right? Yeah, see, like the face here on RC doesn't look very good to me. That's the only reason I'm digging it half a point. Otherwise, it's still really cool. I'm really enjoying it. While I'm on the subject of art, though, I do want to mention my channel sponsor, beardedshirts.com. Beardedshirts.com. They do these awesome print all over shirts. So this is Legion of Superheroes, of course, famous cover. They've got lots of other stuff. It's not just Legion. They've got Marvel. They have lots of X-Men stuff on there. They've got like Batman. They got Killing Joke, Dark Knight Returns, all that kind of good stuff. It doesn't have to be print all over. If you just want just like a logo, they've got that kind of stuff as well. So check out beardedshirts.com in the link below. And if you become a channel member, then you are entered into a draw to win stuff from Bearded Shirts. Every month we do one. All right, characters, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 2. I love all the characters here. There's a lot of great moments. Carly is pretty good in this one. Cliffjumper has a moment where he can, you know, do something to Starscream and he kind of backs down. I actually think that was kind of cool. I like Cliffjumper in this a lot. I think he's kind of like this like standout guy. They're giving him shining a bit more light on him instead of Bumblebee. The whole thing is Cliffjumper always dies. That's like one of the, if you're a Transformers guy, that's kind of one of the in-jokes. It's like, oh yeah, Cliffjumper, doesn't he die? You know. In this one, they flipped it and they had Bumblebee just get killed immediately, and now it's mostly Cliffjumper because they always say those two guys are clones, even though they're technically not the same toy. I wasn't really sure about how on that, but a couple weeks ago I had watched a video. It could have been on Rodimus Prime's channel. That's a great channel. I can't remember, or maybe it was his, but they're talking about Cliffjumper versus Bumblebee, and it's like technically there were repaints, but technically the two toys, if you actually go, Cliffjumper's this red vehicle and Bumblebee is this yellow vehicle, the vehicles are different. Like he's not a bug. Like Cliffjumper is not a bug, so they're technically different. Anyway, there's a little bit of trivia for you. And for the enjoyment factor, 2 out of 2. I love this comic. I think it's great. I'm just so pumped for Transformers right now. I also really like A Real American Hero, G.I. Joe. I'm not as pumped for Duke and Cobra Commander, though, actually. Cobra Commander maybe is a little bit better than Duke, but I'm not into those at all. But this is killing it for me. Void Rivals, I read the first 3 or 4 and then I just stopped. I'm just not interested. But Transformers is killing it. I haven't read Thundercats yet. I'm going to read that soon. First Thundercats was pretty good. We'll see how it goes. Again, shock value. The Sword of Omens is destroyed. We'll see what happens in issue 2 for that. So there you go. If you like my space review system, please like the video, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.